A very beautiful morning to you, my beautiful viewers, my beautiful audience. I just want to apologize for starting late. I promise it will not happen again. Okay, so welcome to the recap with Dare on Idea TV. So honestly, if you stayed online this week, I cut cap for you. You really tried. If you're all over the internet this week, you really tried, because it felt like every few hours there was something new to react to. There was something new to talk about, from Nollywood legend opening up about struggling behind the scenes, then to beer prices quietly going up again. Yes, again. Then to Nigerians catching fuel attendants in real time, like life evidence. So somehow an empowerment program in OWERRI turned into City Boys versus Village Boys empowerment program or event. I don't even know what to call that. And then football. Yes, football people are still arguing over that AFCON decision. So it's been that kind of week. So if you missed anything, don't worry. I've got you covered today. So let's just after the short break. Welcome back. Alright, let's start here. Our first story really got people talking during the week. Veteran actor Abiodun Ayoyinka, the man we all know as Papa AJASCO, came out this week and said something that shocked a lot of people. He said he doesn't own a house, he doesn't even own a car. Now let's pause and think about it, because this is someone almost every Nigerian grew up watching. Yes, even though you don't get to watch him, you will hear something about him. So naturally, people started asking question, how does it get to this point? And here is where it gets really interesting. He explained that the Papa AJASCO character that we know him for, that's same one that made him famous, is actually not his own, and he cannot use it freely. It is owned and then trademarked by the production company, meaning that he cannot just wake up one morning and then use that identity for advertisement or for endorsement or for personal business. So unless he gets permission from the production company, and that right there is the real issue. Because in today's world, your brand is your money, your brand is your identity, your brand is your lifestyle. So just imagine being popular but not being able to fully cash out on that popularity. So now, he also mentioned that he retired from civil service about 5 years ago. So income slowed down from there as well. Now let's be honest. This is not just about Papa AJASCO. This is about how creatives are treated and how they are struggling. Because how do you build something? How do you build a name and then give it your face, give it your energy, give it your whole lifetime, and then years later you're still struggling from it, you're still struggling to survive? So yes, that's just the real-time struggle in creatives. That conversation is long overdue in the music or even in the movie industry. But then let's move on. Let's talk about something that will likely affect your weekend plans. Yes, beer prices are going up again. Yes, again. Companies like BREWERS and Guinness have announced increase on drinks like Star Ledger, Gouda and Maltina. And of course, the reasons are what we've been hearing: cost of production, exchange rates, fuel prices, logistics, everything going up. And now on paper, the reason why the beer price is going up makes a little sense. But then in reality, it just feels like everything is gradually becoming expensive. Because it is not just beer. Food, transportation, data, electricity, the reason why you should just shine your eyes. Is one of the reasons why you should keep your eyes open. And again, it reminds, shared a video this week of how he almost got cheated at a filling station. And the craziest part, he caught it live. So he asked for 20,000 naira fuel, but before the pump even started rolling, the meter was already reading over 5,000 naira, meaning he was about to pay for fuel that he didn't even receive. Now, luckily, he was recording with a smart glasses, okay? You see, when we talk about innovation, this is innovation. So he immediately called them out. Now, if you're being honest, this is not new in Nigeria. This is not new at all in filling stations. A lot of Nigerians have complained about things like this for many years. Not resetting meters, stopping halfway, doing small tricks here and there. But what made this one different is that it was caught clearly on camera. And it is just a reminder that in this economy, you cannot afford to be careless. Yes, you don't have to be careless. You just have to be watchful. You just have to be careful in everything you do. So because if he didn't record it, if this man didn't record that moment, there would have been no evidence for him to show, and that money would have gone just like that. You don't want that to happen to you, right? So let's just be watchful. And then I'm not even going to lie, this story, our next story, is very Nigerian, I must say. So there was an empowerment program in OWERRI this week, organized for a group called City Boys. Everything was going fine during that empowerment program until another group called the Village Boys showed up. And then, they did not just show up, they entered and took the items. Just like that, the place became chaotic, people started running, and the whole thing had to stop. Now, according to reports, the group said the items shouldn't be for just a selected group. It should be for the whole community. It should be for everyone. And honestly, when you think about it, there is a deeper issue here. Because once people feel excluded, especially when it has to do with benefits or empowerment, things can escalate quickly. But then, the way this thing happened, only in Nigeria will you hear City Boys versus Village Boys movement, and it is a real-time situation that has to be dealt with. But now, finally, let's wrap it up with football. Yes, because this one shocked a lot of people. The Confederation of African Football has stripped Senegal of their AFCON title and awarded it to Morocco. Yes, after the final had already been played. So during that match, let me just highlight things. During that match, there was serious drama after a late penalty decision. Senegal players protested and even walked off at some points. Then they came back and continued. They eventually won 1-0, but Morocco challenged it. And now, CAF has, ruled that Senegal forfeited the match, meaning that Morocco wins 3-0 on record and takes the trophy. Now, this is huge because this is not just about a match. This is about history, and fans are divided. Some are saying rules are rules, and then others are like, something this big should be decided on the pitch. But then, either ways, this one will be talked about for a very long time. Trust football lovers to debate this issue over and over again. So yes, that's the week. A little bit of everything: real life struggles, everyday survival, social media drama, and football controversy. And honestly, if you think about it, it is not just a gist, it is not just drama on social media. There is always something deeper behind every story that comes up. But for now, we've caught up. Let's just go and rest. Yes, go and rest small, because next week we'll be bringing you another update. Yes, I am Chidera Okere, and this has been the recap on Idea TV. See you same time next week. Thank you for your time.